Welcome, friends, to our How to Build a Paycheck call for March. We are super excited to be here. And this is a call. Hey, friend. This is a call where we really get to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart because we actually share an opportunity that means different things for different people. And for some of you all watching now or watching the replay, this is what you do for an income. And that's awesome. You obviously are welcome here. Some of you guys are watching this and you're like, I don't know what they're talking about, but I saw the title Paycheck and that sounds phenomenal. Who doesn't want more of a paycheck? So I want you to go ahead and type in your comments. Like, what do you think of when you think of how to build a paycheck? And I think this is super fun. So this is my oily anniversary month. It'll be 7 years, which is a little bit funny because I have realized when I teach daytime classes, I'm back to where I was at the beginning with a whole bunch of junk around me and kids around, which is comical because for 4 years in the middle, I wasn't doing that at all. So anyone who's known me for a while, it's a little funny. I'm back to build now I used to be. Yeah, it's great. So we love to talk about this because I built a paycheck way before I built a business. I built a paycheck because I loved our products. So we're going to talk more and more about that. And I just like to welcome everyone. Yep, I love it. Allison said she's here, full-time income. Love it. I just love to know what intrigues you to press join to come on the Zoom. And if you're watching the replay, comment below, like, why are you watching this? And we'll talk more about the 3 types of people in just a minute. But I want to tell you guys how thankful I am that so many of us get to share this. And I am going to be handing it over right away really to Laura to talk about really our wellness triangle. But our goal for you is that you leave and you know how to get your orders covered more than anything, and that you also know that this is an opportunity for paycheck building, for building something that could be sustainable for you for this month, or it could be sustainable for generations to come, depending on what your goals are. You're welcome here. We're excited, and we can assure you that this call will not last longer than about 25 minutes, and we'll get you on out of here. You can connect with your enroller or your sponsor, whoever is someone that you regularly speak to about this amazing, game-changing journey with Young Living. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off to Laura, who is with us, that I was just saying that the 2 of you guys that I'm co-teaching with today, I was thinking it was so funny that the season thing only cracks me up when it is the spring and fall separately, because while I was talking about pumpkin spice, you were cleaning out your closet. Now I'm cleaning out my closet and you're still not talking about pumpkin spice, but maybe the season is changing to a different one. So Laura, go ahead and tell us all about this whole wellness triangle concept.
Thanks so much, Ashley. Can you guys hear me? Cool. So yeah, when I joined Young Living, I obviously fell in love with the oils, and that was like my main focus. And after being in Young Living for a while, I realized, but hang on, there's like a whole another world outside the oils that I don't know anything about. And I immediately dived in. And last year in November, it was so awesome for us in South Africa. I know you guys in the States have had supplements for quite a while, but we got our supplements. And after also watching a few of these calls, I realized that actually the bottom of your triangle, so if your triangle is like this, then the bottom part of your triangle is going to be your supplements and your Ningxia and those. I mean, we were all drinking Ningxia, but we all jumped onto the supplement bandwagon in November. So that is basically your basis of your order. And then, well, we had cleaning products, and I'd already ditched and switched a lot of my chemicals and toxins out of my home and my studio. And so then at the bottom, you have your supplements, then you have your cleaning products, and right at the top of the triangle, you have your oils. So now what my basic ER order looks like is supplements and my Ningxia. Because I don't ever want to be without sulfazyme, at least sulfazyme, Agile Ease, and Ningxia, like that. And my life, well, basically all of them. So it's very difficult for me to say which ones I don't want to be without. But yeah, I don't want to be without my supplements. I've had back problems for many, many years. And I'm turning 52 now. So I actually thought that I would have back pain. I have 2 vertebrae that aren't aligned properly in my lower back, and I am a newborn photographer. So it's very physical for me to shoot babies. and I thought I would have to stop photography. And thanks to Young Living and all the products and oils and stuff that I use, I don't have back issues anymore. So I can't live without my supplements. Then ditch and switch. I mean, when I heard and learned about SLS and formaldehyde and fragrance and triclosan and all of those nasty things that we live with, I immediately decided to ditch all the yuckies and get in all the good stuff. So your ditch and switch comes next. The household cleaner lasts forever. The laundry also, I'll be speaking about laundry a bit later, so I don't want to give too much away. And then at the top, I just now top up all my oils that are running low. So Essential Rewards is our loyalty program with Young Living. So when you become a member, you can choose if you want to join our loyalty program. And I strongly advise everyone to hop onto Essential Rewards. It's just such a great, like in South Africa, we have two major pharmaceutical companies called the Skim and Clicks. And there you also have like a card that you swipe and you get points back. But this is like the Skim and Clicks on steroids. I don't know if which program, which companies do that in the US. I'm sure there are, but here in South Africa, it's like the skimming fix on steroids. Because the first 3 months, you get 10% back in points on everything that you buy. You get 10% back in points on everything that you buy. 20% back. Now, seriously, where does any company ever give you 20% back of what you buy in points? And then from month 25, so once you've been with Young Living for 2 years, which we know you will be because you'll just fall in love with all the products like we have, then you get 25% back, infinity, until infinity. So that is just awesome. Then after your first 3 months, so with your fourth month's essential reward order, you can tell Young Living, there's a choice of three. I don't think it's automated in South Africa yet. You can tell Young Living that you can choose which oil you want. And you get a loyalty oil. And after your 6 months, the same. After the 9th month, the same. And after the 12th month, you get a very special oil, especially formulated by Gary Young, called the loyalty oil. So I'm steadily going in that direction. I've been with Young Living now for 8 months. So I'm coming up for my 9th month, and I'm looking forward to my special Gary Young one. So yeah, product credits, essential rewards. It's absolutely just the best way to be a member of Young Living, because you can use those points and then buy whatever your little heart desires. Okay, there are some things that you can't, like rose oil, you can't. There are some products. I was saving up all my points for rose oil, and then I discovered, no, you can't get rose oil. Okay, so, but you'll see on your virtual office, there's little flags, and everything that has a little purple flag, you can buy with your essential rewards order on it. You can buy, use your points on a quick order to buy products with. I don't know, you, Annelie, you're going to be speaking a little bit more about how to share, right? So I'm just going to say yes. If you're on essential rewards, or you can get all your oils covered. And another very cool thing is that you can start earning a paycheck, and this is what this call is all about. And I started off with little bit, and eventually I could buy anything I wanted to buy for my order. And my mom is now at that point where it's kind of covering her order. So she's now also on the supplement bandwagon because she's 75 and her pain is so much better. She's actually said to me, Laura, I never want to be without Ningxia and Sulfazam anymore. But next month, can you please add Agile Ease? So yeah. So yeah, I'm going to hand it over back to Ashley. She's going to explain to you the three different types of people that are building a paycheck.
So I just love this because I always love the story. I mean, it's a little bit different than my market. We did have supplements, but I always laugh that Tracy and I, we didn't know what Ningxia Red was because we were just steadily sharing the kit with people. And I remember the month that I hit silver, like the next month, I bought a 4-pack of Ningxia Red, and I couldn't tell anybody about it until I used it, right? So it was like a little bit funny where I discovered, I mean, all the stuff. Like I remember hitting gold and using the skincare. Like I just remember, if you are like me, I love our products so much that I could probably spend, I mean, guys, if I didn't like pay attention, I could probably buy $2,000 of products a month for mostly consumption. like if I didn't pay attention to how much, and I guess what I'm saying is my kids love it. They would use a bath bomb every night. They would use like all of the kids' product. Like we just use a lot, and my kids use all the supplements. So I just think about in general, if I don't like, what do I mean by ration it out? If I don't give them what I want them to use, it's like free for all around here. They would drink like zings every day and like a bottle of ninja. Like it would just be a disaster in my house because we are truly like products of the products and love it. Just like what Laura was saying about using things, being excited about them. And I'm thinking about it right now that literally, I guarantee you when I walk out of here, we have to like keep our Ninja Red packets up high. And my kids in the kitchen, I bet you my 6-year-old has put a chair into the cabinet and has, I mean, he won't have like 10, but he will have like had one multiple times a day. And then I'm like, no, you don't need to be healthier. I'm kidding. I don't say it to him, but I hope you understand what I'm saying about how important it is to get on ER and then just love your products. So there really are 3 types of people, and I love to say in this world, but I mean on this call. So simply put, of the 3 types of people, the first type is you're on this call and you're so excited about our products that you're like, dude, my order every month, I need to probably get it covered by some sort of paycheck because at this point I'm enrolled, and my spouse is enrolled, my mom's like, whoever it is, but you're like, we're using like 300 PV of products a month and each, right? So you're thinking, I need to build a paycheck that'll cover my investment in myself. So let's be clear on this call. We're investing in ourselves and our health. This isn't a hobby. This isn't like a collector of oils. This isn't like I'm trying some things out. This is an investment in your health. So your new health investment, your new form of well care is Young Living. And the first person on here is you're like, I want to cover my new investment in Young Living, whatever that looks like for you. So I'd love for you to comment with the amount of money, and use it in rand, dollars. If you're watching the replay, whatever currency you spend money in should be the currency you type in. We are studying, our curriculum this year is around the world, and we like are studying China. And today I tried to do the conversion rate with yen, and it was hilarious. My kids are paying 70, I went through this. They're trying to pay $7 for dinner, so I had to convert backwards, and it's like an obscene, ridiculous amount of yen that they're bringing to dinner tonight, and it makes my brain hurt. So if I offend anyone, I'm sorry. Conversion rates, you should just look at them up on your phone if you need help, right? Everybody with me? It's not fun to do in your head. It's easier just to do the equation and be done. So PV is going to be in US dollars, just as a point of clarification. And it's usually dollar for dollar. Does that make sense to everyone? It's usually dollar for dollar. And I mean, literally, like you're going to have the PV amount, and those promos that Laura mentioned are based on that. So the first thing I want you to type in this 3 types of people is, okay, type 1, tell me right now, if you think you might be a type 1, you're like, want to get this stuff for free, tell me how much a month you want to get for free. Like how much PV? So it's currency neutral. How much PV? The next type of person, and this really is where I started, I'll tell you, is a type 2. I wanted to just pay. Like I wanted to have some things I could add to my life. I was a teacher at the time, and I had gone from a job before I taught where I kind of had some or a lot more money. And then I became a teacher, and I knew that that income was going to be smaller, and I wanted to like add on. I wanted someone, which is funny, it took me years to do. I wanted to like spend unlimited amounts of money on groceries. I wanted to have someone clean my house. I wanted to put my kids in private school. Like I had lots of things that I wanted to do that were me incurring new debts. Okay. So there's 2 sides of that. Incurring a new expense, and it could be an expense that's necessary or frivolous. It doesn't matter. Don't judge yourself on that. And the second thing that you could look at or is if you want to pay down some kind of debt you already have, like pay a car payment with this paycheck, pay a student loan, pay a debt of your parents or grandparents. How good is that? Pay for something for your children, pay for even an investment account. So again, don't judge yourself. Some of you are like, oh man, I really just wanted to get a massage every month and go to Paris for every week. I mean, every year for the next 10 years, whatever it is, I don't care. But think about that and how much it would be, and add that number plus the number you have for your order, okay? And that's kind of like a ballpark amount that you want to be making. So that's the second type of person. And then the third type of person, and it's just a really simple way of saying it, is this is a game-changing income person. This is you saying, I am here for it, Ashley. I heard people make a whole lot of money, and whatever that whole lot of money is, I have a big vision for it, and I'm going to allow this opportunity to help fulfill my vision for my life. For most of us, type 3 people, and this is funny, I'm a type 3 on the Enneagram and a type 3 on this exercise. What happens with this type 3 person is that you know that Young Living right? Is not the means to the end of your life and your purpose, but young living can be something that changes your health and also changes your financial future and the trajectory of your life, because you can make this something that you pass on for generations to come. You can actually sell it at any type of at any moment if you wanted to, and it's income that's residual in nature, and that it doesn't go away from month to month based on things that might happen in your life that might be bumps on the road. And that could be a family situation, could be a financial situation with maybe someone else, and that you share financial expenses with, being out of work or taking a new job, whatever it is. It could be relocating. This stuff is huge. I have been in commission-based jobs that are not residual income, and I know for sure a couple of you guys have too, and it's not the same. We're not trading dollars or rand. We're not trading them for time. We're actually saying, I'm worth so much per hour, right? That I can't put a number on it because I'm never going to work enough hours to actually do the equation. I mean, just quite honestly, that's where you want to be if you are looking at being a type 3 kind of person. If you want to make, I don't know, give me some numbers. Am I seeing over here? Yeah. Okay. So Annalie said $10,000 a month. Sweet. What would you do with it, right? That's a whole nother call that we can do. You write down your goals for it and you keep going. So if you can't envision yourself being worth making the money, you'll never make the money, because we only attract what we believe that we're out and made to attract. Awesome. 50,000 rand a month. Heck yeah. Why not 100,000? Why not? Seriously, why not 150? Just saying. I want to trade my profession. Yes. Yes. I love this. So keep the comment section going, keep it rich, because we will have great conversation for about the next 10 minutes on there as we learn. Okay, great. So you're all like, okay, I know where I am. I know what type of person I am. Go ahead and type that down. Are you 1, 2, or 3? And then what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to actually do that. So first thing you want to do, and please chime in, either one of you guys. I'm just going to talk a little bit, chime in if you would like to do with this, but I'm going to quickly go through how to start sharing. This is where people get tripped up, hung up, so confused. And if you're on here, no matter who you are, as in where you are with wanting to build a paycheck, please know that our community is for you. We support you, and you will never be pushed to be a different type of sharer based on your personal circumstances. You determine how much you work this, or if you work it at all, or if you just do it as referrals, or if you do it, maybe you have a class a month, whatever it looks like for you, that's okay. You are allowed to be there, remain there, and change as the seasons change in your life. The first way that you can share, and this is the way it's my favorite, that, we are 1 week from a year into the world being locked down, and I'm like, that's crazy sounding to me. But for me, it like literally was March 9th was like the last time I had an in-person event where it was normal. And I cannot wait to be back to sharing in person more. We've done things here and there, but what I'm saying to you guys is, wherever you're listening from, know that the value of in-person sharing can never be matched by any other form of sharing, because people want to see, taste, touch, feel all those things, the oils, and they want to get them in their hands. They want to sample a Ningxia Red. They want to do all those things. So the first way is in person, and you can do that formally or informally. You can do it around a kitchen table with friends where you're chatting, passing things around, or you can do it in, with an audience of 100 or 50 or 25, where you are standing up more classroom style and giving a presentation. And we have the resources for that, scripts and resources to make it easy for you to do it. The next way of sharing is product placement. This one is the easiest, but one that we probably discount a lot. So right now, I do not have, what's funny, my classroom does not have great product placement, but there's a diffuser on this corner, a diffuser over there, and then I'm looking over, actually I have oils on the wall over there. But what happens is, if someone comes to my house, they know that I love and use my products. I have Winter Nights Soap and hand soap and Winter Nights hand lotion. I have the Luscious Lemon lotion on another sink. I have Thieves Cleaner Always Out. My laundry room, if it's open, you'll see my Thieves laundry soap. You actually see, if you open up in like our bathroom downstairs, there's this extra, it's where I keep my extra Thieves stuff. So if someone goes in there to get like a hand towel, or they get extra toilet paper, I literally line up like mouthwash, toothpaste, and I'm actually not a hoarder, so it's not usually a whole bunch, but at least it's in there so that they can know that I'm serious about it. It's not like something that I just put out when someone's over. It is part of my life. So when you place product, people will ask questions, and that goes where I'm going to translate over to social media. Please know, you do not have to be on social media to be successful building a paycheck, but it will make your life a lot easier if you share on social media what you do in your actual life, which sounds simple, right? But share on social media what you actually do in your life. And that way, It won't be hard for anyone to know where you are on something or how they can be part of it, and always give a call to action. Like, hey, what do you use for laundry detergent? Here's mine, and then educate them on it. You don't need to say who wants to buy it, but just educating and placing those products. The next way is through actual strategic social media, where you're planning out your posts, you're planning out what you're doing, and that also includes classes like this class today. That's included, right? Where we're inviting people to come on, even if they are not yet members of our team, they could come in and learn about building a paycheck, or education on oils, education on CBD, like this amazing team did last week. And that will help you. We can, again, give you scripts and resources. Then the final way, which is funny because this will happen again, guys, we will have big, large scale vendor events where people come up in hundreds and look at our products. Maybe not as much right now, but that has been a very successful way for people across Young Living to get products in the hand, especially in the cold market sense. So those are some ways. There are more, but that's really the easiest way to explain. And then one-on-ones, phone call, Zoom, FaceTime, WhatsApp, whatever you're using to talk to people one-on-one, just always remember you're sharing from your heart and you're trying to help them get products in your hand that will make a difference in their life. You don't have to be perfect. You're not going to mess it up. Sorry, I'm taking Annalie's part. Let her tell you about that real quick. And guys, I could talk forever about sharing. So please know after this, if you have questions, you can get with the person who invited you to this call and they will get you ready to start sharing.
I could listen to you talk the whole time, Ashley. It's okay. Wait, can you hear me? Okay. So yeah, I'm happy with you talking, because I'm just like, tell me all the things. It's amazing. So what I will say is that when I joined this call, my video wasn't on because I had a screaming baby. I now have a child jumping on the trampoline making noise, because we do real life. We don't do perfection. Us personally, if you want to do perfection, that's great, but it's not expected in this business. And that's what I like. I've had moments where I am on fire and I'm going for it. And then I've had major life things that have slowed down my rhythm. And that's okay, because it doesn't have to be perfect. What you're able to do, what your experience with the product is enough. Okay. So you don't have to know all the details and all the history about Young Living and all the science and like have a degree in aromatherapy. If you have it, that's fine. But know that your team has resources. So you don't have to know it all, but you can know that we have a place to find out. So that's the great thing, is that I always say to my new members when I welcome them in, I'm like, if in doubt, give me a shout. If I don't know, we'll find out. Okay, so then that's it. There's a place to find the information. So your conviction is enough, your passion, and then the use comes as you go. And so build your testimonies as you go. So last week, it was my daughter's birthday. We went to a restaurant. It is a phenomenal restaurant. And I keep telling people that they need to go to this restaurant because it is scrumptious. They have the best calamari starter that is like to die for. And guess what? I send people there and then they tell me afterwards, oh my gosh, I went and I tried the calamari and you're right, it is delicious. Guess what? Even though I know the owner of the place, I don't get a thank you check for that. Okay. He doesn't even know that I sent these people there. He just knows that he's the chef and he's making the food for people, and that's great. He doesn't know that I sent someone there, that they ordered what I recommended, etc., etc. But when I do that with Young Living, and then people say to me, oh, what about this or that? And I say, here's what I love, give it a try. And they do, then guess what? Every single time without fail, I get a thank you check. So that makes a lot more sense to me. So you're doing this every single day anyway. You're telling someone about a show on Netflix that you're watching. I know, like I actually have a list on my phone because people are like, oh, what are you watching? And then like I send a list of recommendations. Okay, Netflix isn't paying me for that, okay? So that's what I'm saying. You're doing this all the time anyway. It's not yucky. It's not dodgy. It's stuff that you're doing all the time anyway. You're just now getting a paycheck for it. Okay, so you can choose who you want to speak to about this, who you want to chat to, and your team can help you to find better ways of approaching people if that's what you're looking for, questions to ask to bring about conversation that will help them to learn that that might be something that they're interested in. Either way, it doesn't have to be gross. It doesn't have to be yucky. It's just a thing that you're doing every day that you're now getting a thank you check for. And I'm so grateful for that. And speaking of resources, we do have a whole bunch of amazing resources. Like we've got a bunch of Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups and things like that. But Young Living has a booklet that is a free booklet that you can get. It's called the Rise Training Booklet, and it's on the virtual office. So as soon as you're a member, you get access to this amazing book. It is phenomenal, guys. It's like you can go through each step, each page, and it's got a little QR code there for a little video if you want to watch it. But it's a really great way for you to think of what you're looking for out of this business, what some steps are, things like that, and different ways that you can share. And there's also a really great new app. I don't know if I'm going to say, yeah, I'll just say it's the Life Steps app that, so it's not that new, but it's newer to me. I've only learned about it in the last few months, but amazing resources, graphics already done for you. You don't have to sit there spending all your time on graphics and all that stuff. It's done. Don't reinvent the wheel unless you really want to. I mean, you can if that's your thing. But you don't have to. Most of the stuff has already been done and you're just duplicating, as was said before. It's really easy to just jump on. And I think if you're listening to this right now, then you can probably think of 3 people that you know would benefit greatly from either using these oils or having a business opportunity. And having those 3 people enroll could basically cover your kit already. So, I mean, it just makes sense. Yeah. So you can make a list of what you're going to do this week to get started. You can use the next 30 minutes. We're about to do another call starting soon. So I'll hand it over to Ashley, but it's easy. Just do it. Just do the thing. It's okay. It's not easy, but it's simple. Just jump on. Just do it.
Absolutely.
Over to you, Ashley.
And thanks for joining us. I actually want you just to do something really quick before we go, because it is really important that you decide in your heart what type of person you are. And we're going to go from here more than head knowledge of the how. So this is a say yes to yourself and step into it and figure it out as you go. And that might sound scary for some of you guys, but I can assure you it's the best way to get started because you already love your products or you wouldn't be on this call. So if you could just close your eyes with me quickly. And just one part of this visualization piece is I actually want you to picture that number that you said. There's going to be a lot of journey up to this number. But the number that you said, if it's 50,000 Rand, $10,000, whatever that number is, I want you to picture what it would look like if next year, March 2022, you could look at your bank account on the 20th of the month and you could see that for the 6th month in a row, you were making that amount of money, and you opened it up and you checked it. And this is your biggest paycheck yet. And you can finally breathe. You can look around you and you can think about how it would change your family, how it would change your team, who you would bless, and how it would change circumstances that have been in your family for generation after generation. And I want you to every day think about what it would be like for you to experience the freedom of that type of paycheck. All right, guys, I don't want to keep us on longer than our 30 minutes, but I am pumped to be with all of you on this journey, no matter what you are trying to do with it. And we are going to be transitioning on another Zoom link over to our FOMO on the promo call South Africa edition. So as I put up this YouTube link, please also share. We're so happy you're here watching the replay, and let us know how to help you from your starting point. That is yours and yours alone. Thanks, guys.